Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's class. In today's class, we'll be modeling a mug and adding a coffee inside. It's simple. I will hold you by your hands and walk you through. So, without any further ado, let's jump into the class. And another thing I want to let you understand is that in modeling, you need a reference so that you can always look at the reference and replicate. So this is the reference that we'll be using. It was made by me, and we'll be using this for our reference. Follow along as I'm taking you through. As you know, you first of all click out of the interface so that you can have your cube here, and the first thing you do is just to make sure that you delete the cube. I don't know why we used to delete it, but anyway, you just have to delete it. Probably there's some properties that will not be needed. Maybe we'll be having our own different properties. Yes, most times, when you are starting first, sometimes when you bring out your own objects, then you can put your properties that you want inside that object. For instance, when I come Shift A, I come to mesh. So because we'll be using a cylinder to model, we'll be using a cylinder. So now in this cylinder, when I bring it up, you can see somewhere here you have add cylinder. So I can just adjust here, adjust it, rotate, location, vertices, radius, depths, and rest like that. So I believe that's the reason why we used to delete the objects, the cube, when we come into the Blender. So now, without any further ado, let's continue at class. So now from here, let's go to on your numpad. We have numpad 3 so that we can have the x-axis. Now, if you don't have a complete keyboard, just come here. You can see here, so you have your Z, we have Y, we have Z, and it's because it's now on Z axis. So just GZ so that we can move it forward up a little bit. GZ up a little bit. So now, then go to your tab, which is edit mode. Sorry about that. So yeah, then press Z for it will bring out this. Then go to your wireframe. Then because we want to make sure that everything is selected, those parts we want to select, that all is selected. Then just do this. That's left click and drag so that it can select that part. Then what you will do now is that you will scale. You want to scale. Let me first of all zoom in by scrolling your wheel up. So you want to scale, just put it down, scale it down a little bit, scale it down a little bit. Now what you want to do is just to add, that's bevel, that's Control B to bevel. So make it 2. Yeah, sorry, make it 3. So that's bevel it. Then add a loop cut. That's Control R in the middle. Yes, Control R in the middle. Then this, you can bring this down. GZ. Yeah. GZ to bring this down a little bit. You can also move this one down a little bit. GZ. Yeah, you can see it's forming our mug. Now let's press Z back, go to solid, then tap to your object mode. You can see what we are having here. This is what we are having here. So now back to your edit mode, then press your 3, not numpad but 3. Just press ordinary 3. Then you move to your these 3 things here. You move to this face. So let's go to our face, then click on the face, then press your X to delete faces. So delete faces. Then back to your object mode by pressing your tab, then go to your modifier. Yes, So we are looking for subdivision modifier. Say subdivision modifier, add it. Add your subdivision modifier, then make it 2. Yeah, after then you can add your, by right clicking on that object, then add your shade smooth. So you can see, as you can see, then also add your also add another modifier, which is solidify. Yeah, in your solidify, make the thickness 0.09. Yeah, 0.09. So that's the thickness, you can see. So it's already thick. So back to your edit mode. Now what we want to do now is that we want to make sure that we want to delete this part. So what we are going to do is go back to your one, then just sorry, excuse me. So let me zoom in. Start. Yeah. Oh. So now what you will do is just to make sure that they are selected and press X, then delete vertices. Now make sure, now when you have deleted it rather, you can see that is a little bit thicker. Now what you will do is come here to your panel here, click on these things that look like a TV and click the other one too. Yeah, you can have this back. So do we get it now? So now what we want to do is make sure that all is selected. All are selected. Make sure that all these are selected. As you are going to your 2 here. So press 2 on your computer, or if you feel like, you can come here and press it. Now click on this and alt click so that it can select everything. Yeah, you scale it a little bit. Scale this side a little bit. Scale. Scale a little bit, then extrude Z, next Z axis, extrude again Z axis. Then now what you want to do is extrude plus X, that's extrude and scale. So that's what you will do here. Extrude and scale. Then you press F to fill in. You can see. Now up here, we want to add a loop just to make sure that this up, when we, let me come back here, you can see. So this up is not looking good enough. So what you want to do, you can see here, you want to make sure that this thing goes up. So what you will do is add Control R, yes, then you move it up. Yeah, not too much. Yeah, just put it there. So you can see that's that for that. So now I want to rescale this. Let me come to wireframe. Let me up this. So let me scale it again just to make sure that I have, yes, is I should be on 1. We'll come to 1. Make sure that you press your 1 so that scale. G, move up. Move it up a little bit. Scale. Is G, Z, O. So, okay, that's that. Let me break this one down a little bit. G, scale in, so, and it's giving us a mode. So, as you can see, that's your object mode, and Shift A to add a curve, then come to path. So Shift A and you add your path. So x-axis, then what you want to do is rotate the x-axis to 90, the y-axis also to 90, excuse me, 90, then bring it up, G to move aside, then scale it inward, so what we want to do now is we want to make use of this scale a little bit. Want to make use of this. Now go back to your edit mode, so you can see up here, just click and drag, then move this, then move this up, then move this, then move this, are you getting it? So now click on this tool by dragging it and left click and add subdivide, so that it can add another path here. So what you want to do here is this, I need this G, sorry, excuse me, this one should be somewhere here. So click on both and add another subdivision there, subdivide rather, then bring this up, just adjust it to any feel as you like, what you like. If you are okay, until you are okay. It may not look like mine, just adjust. Very good. Okay, you see, think I'm good with this. These are we hide, that's H to hide. So let me now come to this, come back to edit mode, wireframe, then this I still want to make sure that it is scale, 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 scale. Let me see if I'm okay with this. Okay, tab. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So be sure that your subdivision is click back. So I think It's getting too much. Let me go back to my wireframe. Let me knock this back. So let me just, it's as if it's to scale inward a little bit. Yeah, I think this should be good. Yeah. So yeah. So now Alt H, that's Alt H to bring back my what I have hidden. So Alt H. Now, and I want to work on this again. So what I will do is that now this, let's come down to this panel here. You see this something that looks like wire. Oh, that's that for that. To your geometry, geometry here. If it is not open, you can open it open. Then come to your depth. So you can make the depth to be 0.17. 0.17. 0.17. Yeah, and you can make the. It depends on the size that you want it to be anyway. This one to be 2, and also this resolution here to be also 2. So as you can see, so that's that for that. Okay, you can see it's giving us a mug, having a mug cup. And what you want to do is just to make sure that you adjust this to whatever things you want. So let me come back to my edit mode, then move this. Now in edit mode, so I want to move this backward, excuse me, number 3, so that I can see what I'm doing very well. G backward. And let me a little bit stretch it and stretch it out, and stretch this one too out. Okay, I think I'm good. So what you're now doing is come back to your object mode, right click, convert to mesh, then go back to your edit mode. So when it has been converted to mesh, then you can now adjust, make different adjustments. So right, go back to your wireframe, that's your Z. You know what you want to do, so you just want to make a little adjustment. Yeah, so adjust it to whichever size you want. So come back to my edit mode and back to this thing. So what you do is just add a modifier, then subdivision, then make it 2 again. Come back to your edit mode. Then you know what I want to do now? I want to scale this. I want to scale it in Z axis. No, sorry, in Y axis. Something like that. So this is how it will look like when you can see. So you still need to rest. That's G. Very good. Okay. And the same thing to this. So what I want to do is move this back. Move it back a little bit. I'm going to come to my notepad. Move it back, then rotate in y-axis, then rotate in z-axis, then scale in y-axis. And move G to move. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, still move, tap, move, G to move. Very good. Then what you now do is that you want to fill in these holes. So just go back to here, you are there. So just press your shift, your alt rather, so that then you press F to fill. Then after pressing F, then Control B to bevel. To B to bevel. Yeah. So then come and do the same thing to this. Then Alt, then Control B to bevel. Excuse me. What's happening? Control B. Oh, sorry. Fill first. Sometimes, you know. So bevel. Yeah. So that's what we have here. See, Among is standing. So what you want to do again is that come here, click here, hold Alt, and click. Okay. Hold Shift, Alt, click here also. Yeah. So now what you want to do is that you want to scale it up first. Scale Z-axis a little, then scale in Z-axis. Just a little, then we have this. And we have this. So we create subdivision, solidify, shade smooth. Very good. So that's the undo. So the next thing we have to do is that we want to create our, what do we call it now? We want to create our coffee inside. So just follow it. Shift A, mesh, circle, then bring it up, GZ. I'm good here. Let's see, then scale. Okay, so what you do now is just to extrude. Go to your tab, to your edit mode, press tab, then extrude and X, that's extrude and scale. Extrude and scale again, then press your F to fill it. That's it. You can see, as you can see, that's all about it. So come back to your, now this is where the magic comes in. Now on this, let's come to our add new, but before then let me come down to this. Come to your viewport shading. You can press Z. Yes, you can press your Z, then it will bring you down to this place. Okay, before then also let me come shift A, then plane, scale up so that we can have our ground. Yeah, that's where our, you can still scale. Okay, so now this new, add new. So come, instead of adding color, come to this place, base color, then click on this orange that looks like yellow, then go to your image texture. Now after your image texture, then come open after opening. So look for the image that you have downloaded that looks like that coffee. Any coffee that you wish like using, just download it. So I have mine here. I think it's in, if I'm right, that's, yeah. So now after adding it, then come to your UV editing up here, UV editing. So come to your UV editing. So this is the coffee that I want to add to it. Now first of all, come here, let me adjust this a little bit. Come here, go to your face mode 3. So click here and all, A to all, that's to select all. Then press your U to unwrap. U is for unwrap, then unwrap it. Now let's now come here, your G to grab, sorry, A to all, then G to grab, sorry, scale first. Let's scale it down, then G to move, then scale again. So you can see, so what I will do now is just to make sure that I adjust it. Let me scale it down a little bit. Okay, so I want to adjust this side, and just click here like this. So just adjust this. So just come here, just press Z and material view. You can see it has changed. You can see it has changed. I see it has changed. So let me come back to my, this is it. So now let's adjust this. Come to your spectacle a little bit, lower it a little bit, then the roughness, bring it up a little bit. So as that for that. Then let's give our cup also, click on the cup or the mug itself, then new. So you can change the color if you like. Let me give it a something looking like a mug. Let me just bring it down like that. So then the specular, bring it a little bit lower. Then the roughness also bring it so it will look more shiny. Also on this, just click on this ball here and the arrow, just add the recent one, that's this, so that it will look like the same. So on our floor, let's give it a color. Let me come to this side, it's something like that. Okay, so come to your world, make your world brighter. So on your go to your viewport shading. That is how to render. So it is what you are seeing here that you'll be able to render. Now this is how it will now look like. So let me bring this up a little bit up and have kind of, you can see, wow, that's our mug. That's our mug. See, it's shining. So that's it. So what you can do is I can duplicate this, just shift D to duplicate. I've duplicated it, then right click. Then what you will do is just rotate, press R, then your x-axis 90. No, sorry, I want to do it in Y. Sorry, Y. 90Y. Then move it back, G, then Y. Sorry, G then Z. Sorry, that's X and G and X rather. X as so. As your cup. So you have your cup already. So let me just try to think. Am I good with this green color? You can change the color whichever. Let me delete this X. You can change the color to which color you felt like. You can even change the color of the mug itself. So let me just use another color for this. Let me come to this something. Okay, I think this is good. So shift D to duplicate, left right click and rotate in y-axis 90. So just press right and left click and move back GX rather. So then we have our mug. Now what you need now is your camera. So numpad 0. So this is where your camera is facing. So just press your N on your keyboard. It will bring out a panel. Go to your view here, then lock the camera to view so that you can adjust it to how you want it to render. How you want it rendered. So, so that's it. Can you see? Can see that's all. So now you come here. If you want it in, this is EV. Now, if you want it in circles, that's real time engine. So that one will be able to give you. Can see. Is in. Then unlock it back and press F12 to render. As F12 to render. Let's wait for it. So it's calculating the whole stuff. So this is it. Boom. So you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification bell, and also don't forget to subscribe. So subscription is free, so that anytime you can always drop content like this for you